What is AI? Mattel's Pictionary defines AI as a brain shape with gears and circuits inside that you likely have to circle a lot and point arrows at and hope that somebody guesses. Artificial intelligence sounds complicated, but it's something that we've been using for years. Think of spell check, search algorithms, or Siri. AI is just the next step in technology evolving. And I'm excited to show you how it can help independent restaurants by clearing the static in areas that you struggle in so you can refocus on the aspects of your business that will thrive with your attention. My name's Andy Cook. I'm with Harbor Food Service. I help independent restaurants minimize their challenges and maximize their opportunities as a restaurant advisor and a restaurant technology specialist. Because I'm not spread thin operating all the aspects of a modern restaurant, I have the bandwidth and focus to support my clients with their operational challenges and to keep my finger on the pulse of restaurant technology so that I can help them identify and implement the right tools for their needs. I'm excited to share with you how artificial intelligence can put me out of work. My goal is to help demystify the technology, provide context by showing you its possibilities and potential, and inspire you into safe early adoption, all while shortening your learning curve. Since AI had developed in a real way in early 2023, I'd been haunting the NRA Food Show's Technology Pavilion looking to see who was slapping an AI sticker on something and whether or not it even belonged. I've consumed countless blogs, videos, and often confusing tutorials, and have conducted thousands of hours of AI experiments. I've seen a lot of AI spaghetti thrown at the wall, and I'm here to share with you the noodles that stuck. I'm going to start showing you not only how you can start using AI to compete with the Olive Gardens, Applebee's, McDonald's, and Domino's of the world, but how you can consistently outmaneuver them without taxing your bandwidth. But first, I want to do a temperature check. So before we dive in, please take a moment to rate on a scale of 1 to 5. How comfortable are you with AI? Now I want you to think about how comfortable you are with AI in your restaurant. I'd like you to write these numbers down so that we can reflect on them after this presentation. I don't believe in technology for technology's sake. Nobody comes to your restaurant because you have the best tech. My philosophy on restaurant technology in general is that technology is not a solution. It's a tool to help you minimize your challenges and maximize your opportunities. AI is the ultimate technology multi-tool, and it is evolving fast. For those of you who've been in the game for the past 10, 15, 20 years, imagine if somebody could have helped you see how the internet or social media would impact the industry. This is what I'm aiming to do with artificial intelligence now. So far, AI has advanced 20 times faster than the internet has in the past 25 years, and 10 times faster than social media in the past 15. AI right now is the multi tool that can help you reset your bandwidth and flow. Bandwidth is a major issue for independent restaurants. You don't have an HR director, marketing teams, IT, legal and financial departments like the big players do. Your time and attention is spread across all areas. This challenges your ability to adapt and maintain focus. It's time for a better, more sustainable restaurant operational model, and I believe a strategic application of AI that is customized to you and your restaurant is the catalyst to get us there. The restaurant industry of the past 25 years has changed as dramatically as the world that it serves. Before the year 2000, we operated in what I call Restaurant 1.0, a semi static, predictable model that wasn't forced to adapt at the speed that we have to adapt to today. However, from the year 2000 to 2020, rapid changes in regulations, technology, our workforce, and consumer behaviors have forced us to adapt at a nearly unsustainable pace, creating a weird restaurant 1.5, point 8, point 3, etc., etc. Jumping bandwagons and taking experimental risks were hazardous, especially with technology. This has forced us into late adopters. And then COVID happened. Challenging as it was, and even though we're still navigating its aftershocks, the pandemic was a disruptor that we needed. We deserve a new operational model, one where the demands on our time and attention are within the capacity of our bandwidth, one that augments our access to an operational flow state that brings the fun back into the industry. We need to leave restaurant 1.5, point 8, point whatever. It's time to make a jump into restaurant 2.0. In Restaurant 2.0, the bandwidth and flow of you and your team are key. When our bandwidth is stretched across too many areas, it's impossible to maintain that flow state where everything runs more smoothly. AI can lower the noise so that you can raise the volume. It can help us take care of the edges and keep things moving behind the scenes while you focus on the more important human aspects of your business. So, why do I feel AI is important for independent restaurants? Because it addresses that core issue of bandwidth. As restaurant operators, your time and attention are constantly divided across a dozen tasks, often preventing you from focusing on the things that truly lead to your success. Attracting good people, developing strong teams, improving your products and service, and refining your operations. AI will help you automate repetitive tasks, shorten time consuming analysis, and provide reliable shortcuts across your operations. This will free you up to focus on more worthy elements and help you slow down into the human interactions that will not only have a bigger impact on your restaurant's growth and success, but also balance out your relationship with your business and the industry. I like to approach technology on a sliding scale. Like all technologies in restaurants and most any other aspect of your business, adaptation isn't always a yes, no, or on off equation. It's a dimmer switch. Now, most technologies in restaurants are a thing for a thing. In these cases, the dimmer switch analogy holds. But artificial intelligence represents a technology that amplifies its users. I like to rethink of it not as a dimmer switch, but more like a mixing board with sliders and dials that you're calibrating to balance and optimize for a live performance. Now, when approaching AI, honest reflection and self knowledge here are key. What I'm showing you will only scratch the surface of where and how AI can serve your needs. I know we tend to be high context learners, so I'll be offering supplemental videos with examples to help illustrate AI's power and potential so that you can start imagining it in your business. Before we get into it, let me share my elemental but impactful approach for using AI in restaurants. It should always go like this: HI, AI, HI. Here's what I mean by that. The first HI is for human intelligence, what you know and how you contextualize the challenges that you want to make smaller and the opportunities that you want to get closer to. Then we go into AI, artificial intelligence, to automate and accelerate those tasks. But we should always finish with what I call hospitality instinct. This is your personal touch. This represents our industry instinct. It looks right and it feels right because that's where hospitality really exercises its power, and it's something that AI cannot replicate. Rather than try to teach you how to build a car, I'm going to instead show you how to drive it. As I was learning my way through AI and its potential, categorizing its use cases and seeing it in action with real-time examples and explanations really helped accelerate my learning curve, and I intend to pay that forward to you. I'm going to organize for you AI into 3 different categories. We're going to call the first category AI-powered technology. This is where AI is the focus of the tech. My short list of examples that I'm going to share with you are in upskilling, AI cameras, and AI answering services. The second category is going to be called AI integrated technology. These are where existing technologies are using AI enhancements such as food cost management software, business productivity suites, and multimedia platforms. The third I'm calling dynamic AI platforms. These are your advanced platforms like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Copilot. These can be used in a stunning variety of ways, but I'll keep the focus on data analysis and creative brainstorming with a few pro tips on how to take these examples to higher levels. Let's start with AI-powered technology. This is where AI is focused and front and center. I'll start with upskilling. I'd like to introduce you to a program called ExpandShare that uses AI to seriously level up training, upskilling, and workplace culture. ExpandShare delivers all your training materials directly into your staff's mobile phones. This eliminates the need for physical manuals that can be misplaced or become outdated. At its core, ExpandShare has a central library of important documents and information that are accessible to your teams whenever they need it. And with AI, it gives you the ability to create customized training platforms for different roles with text, videos, pictures, and an AI-powered chatbot that is, to me, the standout feature. Your staff can ask you questions at any time, such as, what's the policy on XYZ? Or, is there garlic in the fill in the blank? This provides immediate answers and reduces the need to constantly consult managers or busy coworkers for minor inquiries. Check out my Restaurants Plus AI in Action videos to see how I set up ExpandShare's Ask AI chatbot to be a go-to resource for a new kitchen manager to develop the hard skills of recipe costing and health inspections. And because it's powered by AI, it supports multiple languages easily. Seeing it in action is going to feel like you're watching a magic trick. ExpandShare is like having a highly efficient, always available assistant that helps your staff perform their jobs more effectively. The next topic in this category I'm going to shine a spotlight on are AI cameras. We all have cameras, but are they going through an AI-powered software? Here, AI is tracking real-time behavior in your restaurant and delivering you the alerts you define as critical. I've seen some examples of dining room feeds that alert managers when tables have been sitting for too long. I've seen AI-powered cameras pointing at cooks' lines that track when portion sizes are starting to trend off in the kitchen. Now imagine an AI-powered camera pointing at your cash register to help your cash handling handlers handle cash more handily. And then try to imagine what it can do with pull tabs if you have those in your business. I saw one example of a slip and fall head injury that someone had submitted a claim for, where through facial recognition, the AI camera was able to track this person's behavior outside, where he beat his head with a pan, put his hat on over it, and then came inside to stage his air quotes accident. The third topic in this category is AI answering services.
Thank you for calling the Burrito Gallery at the Town Center. What can I help you with today?
Yeah, what are your hours?
We're currently open. We're open today from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Do you have any other questions?
Do you offer outdoor seating?
Yes, we offer outside patio dining. How else can I assist?
I'd like to order takeout.
The best way to place an order is through our website. Can we text you a link?
Sure.
We're texting you a link to our ordering page now. How else can I assist?
Yeah, one more question. Do you offer reservations?
We currently accept reservations for large events. Please ask for a team member and we will connect you right away.
Okay. The audio quality from my phone recording isn't as good as my computer's, but you get the gist. Does your phone ring too often? And when it does, do you also find it to be mostly an interruption of flow or worse, an interruption of face-to-face service? Especially when 80 to 90% of these calls are for routine or basic information like, what are your hours? Do you have a patio? Can I order takeout? Or when I asked about reservations, notice how it forwarded me to a direct human answering line. It'll do that for you too. An AI answering service can handle about 200 calls at a time, 24/7. For the callers, as you saw, the AI communicates in a rather natural conversational tone, and there are usually many voices that you can choose from. Think about the brief example that I just shared, but now imagine you've set up your AI voice assistant to include suggestive selling. So when it hears, I'd like to order takeout, it's going to come back with something like, the best way to place an order is through our website. Be sure to check out our new bacon-wrapped watermelon. Can we text you a link? With an AI answering service plugged in, now you and your staff's attention is not on the phone as it's ringing, but on what really matters, the people in your restaurant, and possibly TikTok. The next category is AI integrated. This is where AI is enhancing existing technology. Let's start with food cost management software. There are three areas of controllable costs in restaurants: labor, food, and operations. Despite its description, food cost management software cleverly impacts all three with an emphasis on food. While the earlier iterations of this software had kind of a wobbly origin story, now with machine learning and AI plugged in, this software type has hit its stride. Not all of these programs are created equally. The food cost management software that impresses me the most in usability, features, value, and restaurant-level service and support is called Buyer's Edge. By the way, they have a full restaurant operation platform that's worth checking out, especially in payroll. But this is about the AI that's backing up the food cost management aspect, so let's keep our focus there. Leaning into this type of software is the best tool I've seen yet to not only help you manage your food costs across your entire team, but it also engages and informs your team as they become contributors to the software itself. Because you can grant different people different user levels, now they're starting to see the connecting factors that go into waste, recipe costs, inventory controls, and all the other gears that turn the engine of your kitchen. So what does AI have to do with it? Here, artificial intelligence and its kissing cousin, machine learning, are turning pictures of invoices and receipts into the data that you need for your food cost and inventory management. It'll also track and alert you to price fluctuations at the individual product level for items that you select as priorities. So you can now respond in the moment, not after next month's P&Ls. It doesn't just save time over more analog methods, it ensures that food cost is being managed because it makes it manageable. Now let's shift our attention to business productivity suites and their AI assistants. Quick terminology check. I just strung a whole bunch of words together. Most businesses use Microsoft 365. You have Outlook for email, OneDrive for cloud storage, Teams for conference calls, etc. Microsoft's AI is called Copilot. Google also has Google Workspaces. That's where you have Gmail, Google Drive for your cloud storage, Google Meet for your conference calls, and so on. Google's AI assistant is called Gemini, and for narrative purposes, I'm going to stick with Google Gemini because it's the most ubiquitous across independent restaurant operations. With Gemini front and center, through it, you can start to manage your email. So, prioritizing your important emails, generating response drafts, and organizing threads. The assistant can remind you to follow up and automate routine email tasks. Google Docs. You can quickly draft business proposals, marketing materials, or reports. AI offers smart suggestions for edits and summarizes feedback from collaborators. Google Calendar. Automatically schedule meetings, find the best times, and organize your day by prioritizing tasks and commitments. And it continues to do more across the workspace. But where the power really comes in is AI can bridge all of those tools together. For example, after an AI-assisted meeting, it can automatically generate notes in Google Docs, email them via Gmail, and schedule follow-ups in Google Calendar while linking relevant files from Google Drive. This integrated workflow ensures smooth, connected operations across all business tasks. This is just another example of how AI in the right place for the right reason is giving you a team of collaborators that would otherwise number in the double digits. And by containing it within your business suite on a paid level, about $20 a month, you're rocking it in a secure environment, putting a little mustard on security. I'll touch back on what that means a little bit later when we dip into dynamic AI platforms. Google Gemini also just rolled out a cool new feature called Gems. What Gems can do is pre-train a customized chatbot within that environment that focuses on specific things that you find yourself doing a lot. I've seen some Gems put together easily for be my social media strategizer or be my daily manager log. It's pretty cool. Sign up for more Harbor AI solutions. I'll be putting some videos and tutorials out in the near future where I show you Gems in action and teach you how to make your own. The third topic in this category I want to shift over to is multimedia, and by extension, marketing. You may have heard about it before. If not, I want to introduce you or reintroduce you to Canva. Canva was originally built to be a user-friendly interface for graphic design, but now it has a really clever and appropriate application of AI that also makes it very user-friendly, even user-friendlier, because it simplifies and amplifies multimedia. Think pictures, signs, your menus, social media. You want them to look and feel professional, but it's kind of been outside of the reach of our talents, especially if you're looking to level up your social media marketing. There are use cases with AI is like having a graphic design intern at your disposal, allowing you to stay on top of your marketing without having to spend all day designing it. And now we're in the third category, my favorite, dynamic AI platforms. These are the most powerful AI engines if you know how to interact with them. Now we're getting into the Star Trek level stuff. The previous categories we reviewed, AI-powered and AI-enhanced, were pre-trained and pre-focused examples. Dynamic AI platforms aren't limited in these ways, making them far more powerful, but also more difficult to interact with. The hard part is having to learn new methods of interacting with this technology, mostly how you instruct and inform the AI through your prompting so it'll know how to serve your needs. The cool part about the technology is that it can teach you how. Imagine a car that teaches you how to drive it. The coolest part is that while it may feel like getting the most out of these platforms is about being tech nerd smart, it's far more about being creative, curious, and having a big imagination. This is a perfect platform for us restaurant peeps. Examples of dynamic AI platforms are ChatGPT, Claude, Copilot, Gemini, and more. These tools can help you in an amazing variety of ways. Everything from brainstorming and drafting to detailed analytics, programming, and app building. On these platforms, you can share complex volumes of information and start interacting with it in some really cool ways. Data analysis and insights, brainstorming, operational strategy, consumer insights, regulatory compliance, competition analysis, or even menu development. Now, because I said earlier that I would, I'm going to pause briefly here to give you a PSA on security. When you're on a dynamic AI platform, keep this in mind. This is not secure. I don't know how insecure these are, but it's not like you're going to be changing your Instagram name to your social security number, but be cautious about what information you're sharing on these platforms. Business data, private information of you or anyone else, legal details, that sort of thing. If you wouldn't want your competition or your mom to see it, don't share it there. Sensitive information will be safer in a paid-for-business productivity suite that I outlined earlier. I want to give you a couple brief examples of how this can work. I'm going to use menu development and customer sentiment analysis. Be sure to check out the full supplemental video demo that I made to show you how easy this can be. In the Restaurants Plus AI in Action video, you'll see how with customer sentiment analysis, how a dynamic AI platform can handle both complex data analysis and act as your strategy advisor. Just by sharing your online reviews, it'll categorize your reviews into positive, neutral, and negative sentiments. It'll identify common themes such as service, food quality, or ambiance, and highlight strengths and weaknesses. It can even detect emotions like joy or frustration, track sentiment trends over time, and benchmark your reviews against competitors. Then, using the discoveries to help you brainstorm improvements, strategize marketing, and more. In the menu development exercise, we upload a menu along with an inventory of available ingredients along with a vision into a dynamic AI platform and have it start generating new ideas. You'll see how the chef is still the chef. Actual people with taste, smell, and imagination are still the culinary experts of your restaurant, your team, and for your diners. What AI does here is handle the data and deliver inspiration that you can start riffing off of, so you can focus on the creativity, execution, and development of your ideas. You'll see HI, human intelligence, AI, artificial intelligence, and HI again, hospitality instinct in action as we take the beginnings of an idea with a menu and ingredients through an AI and come out the other end with a looks right, feels right, tastes great dish that's complete with a full recipe, step-by-step instructions for your prep cooks, your line cooks, plating, menu description, and even bar pairings, all in less than 10 minutes. Let's do one final temperature check before we wrap this up. Rating on a scale of 1 to 5, now how comfortable are you with AI? Also on a scale of 1 to 5, how comfortable are you now with AI in your restaurant? Let's do a quick recap. AI is familiar technology that's leveling up. Using AI is not an all-in or all-out equation. Remember the soundboard analogy with the dimmer switches and dials. AI is here to serve our bandwidth, our focus, and our flow. In restaurants, we can find AI technology coming in 3 categories: AI-powered, AI-integrated, and dynamic AI platforms. And when you're using AI, remember this: start with human intelligence and then go through artificial intelligence, but always finish with hospitality instinct. That's where the magic of our industry is. We're just using AI to give us more time there. So, what's next? Let me offer a little bit of parting advice. My first piece of advice is don't go it alone. Or do. I'm not your real dad. AI may seem like a lot, but you can start by recruiting team members to test it with you. Doing so will have a positive ripple effect by turning your AI testers into your business collaborators. Probably the best resource, at least I think it would be for me, is to have an opportunity to do some peer learning. So to continue serving you, the independent restaurants, I'm going all out with AI in a variety of ways. So sign up to be included in opportunities for local in-person seminars, online workshops, podcasts, tested resources, and even one-on-one coaching where we can run experiments that are tailored to your needs. I'm confident that together we'll find all sorts of areas where AI can make a difference that you can see and feel. Thank you. I hope that you now see AI as a tool to make your business more efficient, competitive, and successful. And when you're ready to explore AI further, let's connect. My name's Andy Cook.